unbelievable. So I've had this idea for a little while now, and that is that I want to make a song every single week for a full year. I talked about the reasons why in a previous video, but basically I just have a lot of ideas that I felt like I hadn't given time to. It's very easy and enjoyable to kind of fire off the initial version of an idea, whether it's a voice memo, what have you, but it does take time to actually get into it and go through those sometimes painful early stages of layering out the song, arranging it, and going through the steps of kind of seeing what it actually is. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making a song every single week for a year, and I want to share my progress on here. You know, it's partially just getting reps in to get as good as I can, but it's also partially about enjoying the process and taking your time with something and really allowing your curiosity to lead you and see where it goes. So in order to break down these projects in a quick way, I'm just going to give you a rose, a bud, and a thorn from making each of them. If you're not familiar, a rose is something that went well, a successful part of the project. A bud is an opportunity for growth or somewhere where you see potential, something you're excited to explore. And then a thorn is something that didn't go well, something that you wish was better about it. Making music kind of has all three of these elements in spades. So I think this is going to be a good way to show you my process and hopefully get some feedback. So the first song is called Dark Ages. The thorn, or the thing I struggled with, was just the simplicity of the song. It's really only two sections. There's a chorus that repeats, there's a verse, and then this redux is just kind of a play on that chorus as well. The rose was the vocal stacking in this area that's kind of marked redux here. I'll play a little bit of that for you. You better be the last. And then here's what that sounds like in context. And the bud, the thing I'm excited to explore more, is just about getting really realistic MIDI drums. That was a big challenge for me on this one, being the first song in the series. I started working with addictive drums for the first time, and I enjoy the sounds that they have in here. And I did find that I was able to get a more effective sound by using the bus. So having the bus with some extra compression on it, this kind of smiley face EQ, and some more saturation and things, that helped it get a bit more realistic. I'm not entirely happy with the mix of it, but I am excited about working on that more in the future and getting realistic sounding MIDI drums. So here's a little taste of the whole thing.
Cages, you better bring a light. I've been turning these old pages, trying to find inside.
Okay, song number 2 is called Sundays Are for Lovers. This one I really enjoyed jamming with some friends of mine, and by doing that I was able to figure out the arrangement and kind of had a good idea of the feel I wanted to strike going into it. The rose on this one is something very simple. It is this rain stick. I'd never put a rain stick in a song before. I just find it so soothing, so gentle, and I really love how it helps the transition between the feel of these two different sections here.
All alone, they say Saturdays are for the boys, but Sundays are for lovers. Yeah, Sundays are for lovers.
So that's the rose. The bud is kind of using organ to accent things in songs. So you might have heard it in Dark Ages, the previous track, but here I just have these little accents, trying to imitate that slide. And I just feel like it's really good for energy. If you listen to it in the second chorus here.
In a model, baby, it's hard, I know. Loving someone when you are.
Depending on what you're using to listen to this, you may or may not even hear it, but it just really helps to have some high-end information, and it's something I've picked up on listening to other people's production. The thorn on this one was definitely this vocal run towards the end. I tried it a bunch of different times, a bunch of different ways, and it's just not where I'm at vocally, where I can nail it every time. So I had to comp together, as you can see, a few different takes. I even did some shifty little pitch correction here by clipping like one note and pitching it up or down. I love that Ableton gives you that ability, even though I know it's not the best way to do it. I just couldn't do any more melodyning. So here's what that part sounded like.
Sundays are for love. Sundays are for
But yeah, I ran out of time to keep recording more and more takes, so it is what it is. Song 3, it's called Completely. I really enjoyed making something fully in the R&B space for the first time.
Found someone to complete me. Now I'm trying to love myself more completely. Can't control the press, alter or delete me.
To start with the bud, the thing that I want to explore more in the future, the potential for improvement, I used a slide for the first time ever, this glass slide. I used that for the guitar leads. So you hear, and also this one. I don't know if anyone's ever used a slide in an R&B song before. I'm sure someone has, but I thought that mixture of these kind of two genres was fun.
Now I'm trying to love myself more completely. Can't control the press, alter or...
So the bud is the slide guitar. The rose is the drums. I had a really fun time sequencing these drums. Just playing with these kind of R&B type patterns is so much fun for me. Getting different hi-hat sounds that work together. What was the thorn on this one? Oh, I know. The thorn was this second verse section here.
Don't text me back, that's fine.
This says 62, 65, 54. That's how many takes this section took me. So what happened was I had some lyrics from another song that I thought fit here, but the way I had written them was kind of for a rap verse, and I decided to kind of do a singing rap sort of thing, and it just took a lot of breath. I was trying to do them in as long of a take as possible without too much comping. As you can see, I made it however far before I had to do pickups. But this was the thorn. This was the real challenge for me. I do like how it turned out, but just the breath control, man, I was like, I really need to work on that.
Don't text me back, that's fine. I'll just hide my feelings. We fell off track, don't mind me. I'm fine, I'm healing. Need that space back. My pain might hit the ceiling. Still I see that face.
And just to accentuate it, I actually left in a breath here and I turned it up so you could hear me taking a really big breath in that section, because that's what happened. Track 4 is called Burning Out of Me, or Boom. The rose, I would say, is definitely not even a part that I did myself. I had my pal Kyle Nethersall on this one. He sent me some stems that were absolutely gorgeous and really kind of articulated what I was trying to do. For example, these vocal stems, just listen to these. Just ethereal and gorgeous. The thorn was the writing on this one. There's only one line in the lyrics, basically. The concept kind of just came in this mantra, like, you know, the ego, every time you speak or you act out of a place of ego, it's like it's burning out of you. It's like this thing, this fire that is burning out imperfection. I often wonder about, like, why do we have these egos? Why do we have these things that are defensive and hold us back through fear? I know this is supposed to be a music breakdown, but I just have this image of like perfection as a circle and imperfection being held inside that circle. And imperfection is literally being burnt out of us into this sphere or this circle of perfection. And that's the feeling I went into this with. And so the thorn for this one was just the writing. You know, I tried writing some more lyrics, and that was kind of going along with the theme. But when I started to record to it, I just felt like it didn't fit. I felt like it was too much, and it wasn't what the song was asking for. So I had to trust that. You know, I had to go with that feeling. And the bud, the thing I'd like to explore more is this Spitfire Labs plugin. They have so many free sounds. I just recently discovered, you know, if you're trying to do atmospheric kind of stuff, ethereal, whether it's soundscape or a score for something, I can't recommend these enough. You know, it really just added something beautiful. Even this slightly warbly, warped choir just gave a surreal feel. So that's my bud for this one. All right, that's it for weeks 1 to 4. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the songs. There's a link in the description where you can listen to them in their entirety. And please subscribe if you'd like to follow along with this journey. You know, as a fairly new channel, it means a lot right now, especially to kind of get the ball rolling and to keep growing this community. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.